Hey, welcome to the FoodBall Show, the show that brings you two of the best things in the world, soccer and food. I'm your host, Renata, and I'm joined by the Dalai Lama of soccer, Mr. Simon Allen.
Hello, Renata. How you doing?
Hey. We have FoodBall Harry and Alexi. All right, guys, so this is the FoodBall finale. I am sad about it. I don't know how you guys are feeling, so comment below and let us know how you're feeling. But there's so much to cover, and it's such a fun topic, an important topic for us to discuss. We're going to be talking about the FIFA World Cup final. What teams are going to be there on July 15th in Moscow, Russia, as at the Luzhniki Stadium. This is one of the largest stadiums in the world with 81,000 people. So we have people, it's been a build-up for the past 4 years. So everyone's watching, everyone's cheering, there's so much passion. And now I want to know, what's going on? Who do you think is going to be where? Let's talk about it.
Well, listen. Before we get to the final, there's a little game called the third place game. Everyone's going to be rooting for the final. It's going to be the whole world is going to be on edge for the final.
Yeah.
But there's a game before that. It's the third place game, and we should kind of want to talk about it.
We can talk about it. It's typically one of the highest scoring matches.
Yeah, other than Poland's match against Brazil in 1974.
Yeah, because Brazil lost 1-0.
That's it, yeah.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah. It has been a good high-scoring affair. It's kind of a weird one because, to me, it's actually a great match for the players who are trying to get the golden boot. Like I can remember for like Davor Suker, for example, who played the third place match and he got the golden boot. He was on his way to doing it anyway, but just couldn't do it. The third place match got it, and also Thomas Müller in 2010. So it's usually a fun match.
Yeah. Harry, you have England beating Belgium for the third match.
I don't see how Belgium are going to be able to match their heroics of 86. I think that England's the stronger side. Historically, these teams have met 21 times, with England beating Belgium 15 of those 21. I think it's going to go back to Alexi's favorite, Harry Kane scoring, and that's going to be the end of Belgium, and England's going to walk away with the bronze.
Alexi, you predicted Germany and Portugal in the third place match.
Listen, Simon said a couple of good things that, for the golden boot, definitely, players are going to try and get that if they can. But overall, no one really wants to play in that game. Everyone's now, if you're not playing in the World Cup final, you're thinking about next season. You don't want to get injured. Maybe the manager will play, some B players just to get some experience. Who knows if Ronaldo will even want to play that game. But Germany, they've always, got a solid team. And, like Simon said, I don't think they're 3-man deep in terms of strength. But if Germany played Portugal, I could see Germany beating them.
Okay, and Simon, who do you have?
Well, listen, this is a third place match, and I have a really sort of juicy match predicted. Okay. Portugal versus Argentina.
Wow.
And to be honest, this is a match that I think, depending on who you picked to go in the final, I think a lot of fans would probably want to see this in the third place. This is a La Liga kind of match. You know who we're talking about. This is a match between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm waiting for. Okay, all right.
Who will it be?
Well, here's the thing. At that point, I think it's up to those two guys to play, and maybe, because the whole world wants to see them in the final, they'll get to see it in the third place match. Maybe the world will figure out who the best player in the world is. Okay. I think at that point, we'll just enjoy watching two legends sort of ride off into the sunset.
Or maybe this could be claimed for a new guy.
Could very well be.
The best player in the world.
All eyes are going to be definitely on Ronaldo.
A different Classico.
Yeah.
A different classic.
And it'll be a great advertisement for La Liga, so yeah.
On to the final. I'm excited to hear what everyone thinks. Alexi, you think it's England and Argentina.
It's going to be a great final. England, Argentina, we owe them a couple, the English do. Maradona's handball, it's ridiculous. But the second goal he scored was one of the best goals you'll ever see in your life. That being said, look, Harry Kane, he scores with his left, with his right, and his head. He more or less scores in the EPL 0.7 goals a game, which is not a joke. The guy's on fire. Everyone talks about Mohamed Salah having a great season, and he has. But people can't forget that right behind him is our boy Kane. England's midfield looks more healthy than it's done for a long time. The defense looks solid. And, Argentina, I think they'll run out of steam. A lot of their players are in the 30s. I don't think Messi's going to have a great game because our boys are going to, be on him like glue.
So there's been a lot of talk about how England's goalkeepers aren't as good as they've been in the past.
Well, look, you've had Peter Shilton, who's been an amazing goalkeeper. He's won 2 European Cups. He's won the EPL, as it was back in the day. Gordon Banks, done the classic save against Pele, where he dived down and he saved it. I mean, that's one of the highlight reels of any World Cup you're going to see. Gareth Southgate has played 3 different guys trying to find out who's the best one. I think Jordan Pickford's come out on top. You know, what he says about him is that he's a very calm guy, and you need to have someone calm at the back, because when you're calm at the back, your defenders are calm, then your midfielders are calm, and your strikers can do what they want. And you know, I kept saying it, but Neville Southall was maybe Everton's best goalkeeper ever. And this guy plays for Everton, so hopefully he can match him and become a great like he was.
Who do you have winning? Who do you have in this final?
Well, I have France versus Spain, and I have France beating Spain. France has a squad deep enough for 2 teams. They have a world champion leader in their coach in Didier Deschamps. And France are a lot more focused than Spain is. I think the drama of 2010 is behind them.
Definitely.
And Deschamps will have his players ready. He's got Griezmann, a veterano or a veteran, a group of young players that are superstars and world-class players already, and they're ready to shine. And I think they're going to want to duplicate what they did in 1998. And this time it won't be a surprise.
Yeah, but 1998, you got to be fair. They had a seasoned team. You know, you had great players who had already been through that. This team has really been untested.
This isn't going to be an easy match.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know, I think Spain has an amazing defense, and they only allowed 3 goals during qualifications. But I do believe that you know, France is going to know how to dissect that strong defense and score a couple of exciting goals. So be ready and stay tuned for an exciting final. And I'm predicting a 3-1.
3-1. So let me put an underlining point on France here, Harry, because I think you got a good point there. They're a really good team of solid players. And I look back to 1998, and I want to sort of compare it to this team. Is there an Emmanuel Petit? Is there a Vieira? Is there a Fabien Barthez? Is there, you know, are they
Zidane?
Is there a Zidane? And I'm thinking to myself, on the best day, yeah, I think they could. And people forget in 1998, the France team that beat Brazil beat a Brazil team without Ronaldo, the best player in the world. So it could be harder for them this year for France. But I think, you know, I see how you have hope for France.
Who do you have winning and why?
Germany versus Brazil, and I have Brazil taking home the Jules Rimet.
Okay, so this is going to be basically a rematch of the 2014 World Cup.
I think so. People also will forget the semi-final. Yeah, the semi-final. Yeah. Some people watched the semi-final of 2014 and then didn't watch the final because it was such a pivotal match. Yeah. It was a historic match. But I actually recently went through the match, the 2014 semi-final, and I watched Die Mannschaft actually demolish Brazil. And I saw 5 goals in the first half. Klose scored his 16th goal in that match. And it was a disastrous time for Brazil at Belo Horizonte. Brazil were playing a 4-3-2-1, and I got to tell you right now, Germany playing a 4-3-3. Every time Hulk, every time Marcelo attacked, there was Lama attacking from the back. I see how people think, well, Brazil's gonna win, or Brazil's gonna lose, or Germany's gonna lose. But I saw that match, I thought, you know what? It's going to be a tough one, but I do think Brazil's going to win.
Yeah, well, look, they're going to learn from their mistakes. So I interrupt you. Their manager is trying to put a new philosophy into their style of play. When they lost to Germany 7-1, you know, they didn't really know how to play. And once they started to go behind, which has never really happened to a Brazil team, they didn't know how to pull it back. So they don't have that mental toughness. But now they're playing a bit more European, and you know, playing against the best, you know, European team, which is Germany, is going to be a great test for them.
I don't think that's ever going to happen again, a loss like that. And I think Brazil just...
We can hope.
It's not going to happen. And they were a little bit devastated and hurt.
Yeah, of course.
And their morale was really down because of the Neymar injury.
Germany went in there looking to play Neymar. Neymar was injured. There was a guy by the name of Fred.
Yeah.
Fred was going to be scoring those goals. And so when your star, your talisman player is not there, Brazil has a better goalkeeper than 2014. Brazil has better midfielders. You know, Coutinho. I mean, there's a goal scorer that isn't called Neymar, called Gabriel Jesus, that can score goals. Willian is scoring goals. So it's an absolutely different squad. And you got to remember, the midfield was absolutely different then. Paulinho, Fernandinho right now. Everyone on the Brazil team is on fire. So you might ask me, Germany is really strong, but can Brazil win? Absolutely. And I want to sort of end the final with this particular thing. Look, in 2014, I believe Brazil lost, right? Because they didn't show up. And it's kind of really weird to say they didn't show up.
That's deep.
It is. It's Dalai Lama deep. If Brazil shows up, they're going to win.
So we have two really strong teams, but we still have Brazil winning.
Exactly.
After 8 episodes, you know, we still, at the end, Brazil's winning. I think that's what I took from 8 episodes. Personally.
Do you think Brazil's going to win?
I think Brazil's
All right, well, there you have it.
I could say nothing else. Like, Brazil's going to win. All right, guys. Actually, that kind of wraps up our 8th and final episode of this discussion portion of the FoodBall Show. So let's take it into the kitchen because we're gonna end it with some delicious French food. So Marylu, take it over. Thanks everyone. Ole, 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 hola. Hey everyone, Marylu here, and guess what? Guess who I have next to me? FoodBall Harry, aka the chef for France. You have to tell us all about this delicious plates right here, right now.
Well, it wouldn't be a real football show without having French cuisine, and we saved the best for last.
So what's this? Come on.
That is just really simple. That is shrimp with cognac and white sauce. Broiled the shrimp, it's already cooked, and we just add some bechamel sauce to it with a little bit of cognac.
Smells so good. Can't wait.
You can smell it from all the way.
Oh,
in.
I know, but I have to be extra and like lean and smell it. What about this? What's this? Is this chicken?
No, that's your simple lamb chops grilled on the stovetop.
Okay.
Very simple. We put it into the oven for another 15 minutes at about 350 degrees.
Okay.
And then we take it out and we just pour some extra garlic and olive oil onto it and top it off again with some parsley.
Are you a garlic fan?
I love garlic. I'm from the Mediterranean, and in the Mediterranean we are known for garlic and olive oil. We keep it simple.
Yummy. What about this? What's this?
That is chicken Cordon Bleu.
Cordon Bleu.
And it's basically chicken stuffed with ham and Swiss cheese, breaded, and we'll put that on stovetop for about 2 minutes on all sides, then pop it into the oven, 375 degrees for about 40 minutes.
This has to be chicken.
It is definitely chicken, and it's called Coq Au Vin.
Coq Au Vin.
Coq Au Vin is chicken and wine stew.
Wine stew?
Wine stew, and this takes kind of, if you remember our episode 1 where we had Moroccan dishes that took half a day. You could say this is kind of similar to that.
Okay.
Because we'll have to marinate the chicken in wine stock and thyme and bay leaves.
Second to last one. What is that?
That is traditional gratin. And gratin, there's many ways to make a gratin, but the way we prepared it, mashed potato base.
Okay.
And we top it off with cheese. Now you can use mozzarella, Jack, Swiss. I mean, it just depends on what you prefer and you like. Then what we used is some ground beef, topped it off with bechamel white sauce, put some more cheese on top. I just love cheese. Cheese. Slices of zucchini, baked zucchini. And then we top it off again with a little bit more bechamel sauce, breadcrumbs, more cheese, and we pop it into the oven for about 45 minutes at 375 degrees, and you have
a cheesy plate.
A cheesy gratin.
So, what kind of cheese is this?
We have assorted cheese. We have your goat cheeses. We have a traditional brie, and my favorite, which we have right in the center, is a camembert. And a camembert you can top it off with, and you can bake with many different toppings. There's the honey, there's the almonds, there's the fruit, the pear, garlic, rosemary. What I chose is fruits with honey cognac.
Harry, how about we take this to the table?
Let's do it.
And welcome to our last supper. It's the last meal. I did not expect that one. I didn't expect that either. It just kind of came out. Perfect. Clearly I'm having withdrawals and I'm really sad about this, but there's nothing more appropriate than having the 5 of us here together for a very last delicious French meal. Well, so let's dig in.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers, everyone. What kind of wine are you guys drinking, by the way?
We are drinking. Let's have a sip first. Oh, you technically need to spin it.
And you need to put your nose in it.
Smell it. I fell in love with France.
Where?
I went to Paris, I went to Versailles,
Versailles is nice.
Did you enjoy the French cuisine?
so much.
France winning 1998 was truly, I think, sort of a brilliant occasion for France. You know.
Well, I don't think Russia is going to win the World Cup.
You know, well,
I don't think it's going to happen. And now knowing that Salah's injured and he might not be in the World Cup, even though he said that he will be in the World Cup, I don't know, they might have a chance going, but I don't see them going the whole entire way and winning it.
Now that Salah is quote unquote injured, but still might be playing, maybe playing injured, I give a good chance to Russia.
Absolutely.
Historically, it's just going to happen regardless, but you're going to have the entire country behind them, the entire government behind them, the entire people behind them. Everyone's going to be somewhat of a Russia fan when they go as a tourist to go watch them. And
Of course.
when was the last time someone hosted any kind of sort of event, a sporting event? If you look at even China with the Olympics, they had the most medals. So something's going to happen with Russia for sure.
And by the way, we did have someone comment and say, how do you believe home cooking makes an effect? It really does. I think you feel you're at home. It's just, and it's called home court advantage.
Right.
So wait, and not to like deter into another thing. So you don't think it's a matter of rigging in any way, shape, or form. You think it's a matter of feeling more comfortable in your hometown and being in your element.
Absolutely. You can get out your hotel room, walk about, and you know the people. You know that everyone there knows you.
You don't have to adapt to anything else.
You know that if you go down the street, make a left, there's a nice shop where you can have a nice cup of coffee, and you know how the weather's going to change. And that's why teams go to places, weeks and months in advance to acclimatize
So they can assimilate, of course.
Russia's got that home field advantage, like Harry said. If they sneak out the hotel room, for example, no one's going to take a photograph of them. Whereas if someone sneaks out from the England team, there's going to be massive amounts of paparazzi there. And they're going to get in trouble. So it's going to be home field advantage is going to be huge.
Sure.
Again, now that Egypt has one not quite 100% player, I like my chances with Russia.
Well, look, we've had some amazing food.
We are we're not done.
Yeah.
All right. We will definitely continue.
I mean, we can't forget Pro Soccer, prosoccer.com. Check them out. If you want a 10% discount, you can get jerseys and a ton of different gear. The code is FoodBall. Just simple as that. And then we have our hair sponsors as well in Pasadena.
Bocas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Boca makes us look good even in the most frizziest of weather. Thank you, Boca.
Even in humidity, even though we're indoors, it still happens.
Yes.
All right, so this is one big goodbye. For now, thank you for joining us with 8 episodes.
Cheers.
Go back and rewatch everything.
I got France, Renata's got Brazil, Simon's got Brazil. You got
This is not
England.
goodbye, this is merely au revoir.
And
See you
Marylu
soon.
has Mexico, so cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.